Okay, let's see here. Where am I? Oops. Ah. Oh no, are you not on? Let's see if that one's going to show up pretty good or not. Yes. 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 Oh, looks scary behind me. Oh, looks scary behind me. Uh-oh, volume. Volume. Let's turn this volume down. There. I'll wait till some people get on here. You guys jump on, say hi. To make sure that I'm live correctly. I'm actually going to, here we go. This is what I'm gonna do. Whoops. Hi guys, let me get my little camera thing back up here where I was. There I am. And I'm trying to see if I can see. Hi Miguel, hi Lori. Thanks, Zuri. Alright guys, hi, I'm, first of all, I want to say welcome to the Fakers and Homemakers Steampunk event. This is by, they say Pop, like the Princess of Plaster, but I call her the Queen of Plaster, by Jerry, from Getting Plastered with Jerry. And, if you're not part of this group, you guys should check it out, Fakers and Homemakers. And go to Facebook and you can request to join the group. You join the group, you just gotta just agree to the little rules. They're pretty basic, but it's a fabulous group. We've had, this is my second time, I think, doing the event. The first one was what we want, it was, what do you call it, Creator's Choice. And so I did some bath bombs. But this time it's steampunk and I'm excited. I never realized how much steampunk stuff I had, which is a lot. And I am Nancy from Pretty NLC Designs. If you guys missed the live, you can just, it's going to be recorded. All of these are on Fakers and Homemakers page, and plus each individual person's page. We're going until, I believe it's 9 o'clock Eastern tonight, 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern tonight, and then all day again tomorrow. A little bit more towards the afternoon, I think. So it is gonna be fun and create. I mean, everybody's making some really cool stuff. I'm on today and on tomorrow, and I think a lot of us are on 2 days in a row. Kind of got to finish our projects and stuff. Let's see here. Sorry, my phone just buzzed. Hey, Jana Rays. So I kind of went off the deep end there on what I wanted to create. I was playing with, I get distracted when I'm in my craft room, and I started playing with this. Look at these guys. Look how cool these are. They are tarot cards. I found the mold in my, oh, I had it upside down. Oh, that one I had right. That one I had right. I had the other one upside down. But I found this mold in my stash, and I just thought they were so cool. So I was just playing with that while I was kind of getting ready for today. So I got kind of went crazy. I got a styrofoam head. I got her all prepped and ready to go. And I am going to do, so this is actually my very first one. I was so happy to do this and excited. I took tutorials from Iveth and also from, it was Iveth Wright from Wood Art Studio. She has an online class. And oh no, somebody's having issues. I hope everybody can still see me here. Seems like, you guys let me know if for some reason I am freezing or not on you guys. Thanks, Lori. Yeah, so I took techniques from Iveth, and then I was also a part of Heather from Creepy Holiday Stuff 2. Unfortunately, she got hacked, and then she ended it. Her Facebook page got hacked, and she had to redo a whole nother page. So if you guys want to follow her, that would be great. So let's see here. Oh, good. I just see the little messages coming across my page here, and it's saying that people are getting hacked, but I think it's in Messenger. So anyway, I took those 2 classes. I kind of combined what I combined kind of their techniques as well as kind of went with my own, mainly because I think we're all in different parts of the United States, so the weather and everything can affect everything again. It was Iveth Wright. I think everybody knows about her. She usually does a lot of heads. And then Heather, I don't remember her last name, but Heather is from Creepy Holiday Stuff, and her page is Creepy Holiday Stuff 2. Iveth's is Wood Art Studio by Iveth Rich. They both have private groups that are great. And I learned a lot from them, and then I added my own little spin on things that were easier for me being here in Texas. So, but anyway, she was my first one. I'm very happy and I'm very proud of her. And I got her wig in, and I want to show y'all what I'm going to do with her. So, if y'all watched Jane Ann earlier, she talked about some Zuri molds, which I am a huge fan of Zuri. And I purchased a lot of their molds as well. I did it a couple of weeks ago on here, just trying to get my cameras and everything to work. And so I had the big mold, and I went with this one. I actually bent it, I resined it, and I bent it with the heat gun. If you can do this before it completely sets. You don't want to do it after it sets because you have the potential to break it. You can still maneuver it a little bit, but it will it'll snap on you. So, because once it's cured, it's cured. And so my idea is to do a mask on my little girl here. And then I also have another mask that if you guys will want to decorate today or tomorrow, we can do, and you guys can help me pick that out. But I love Steampunk. I kind of always loved it, but I didn't realize how much stuff I have acquired of it. And anyway, so first, to get this to stick to the head, I actually put some metal pins because it's kind of heavy. So I'm probably going to have to put a weight on the back of the head. So what I'm going to do is, I ended up finding the best way to get this little wire to stick on here is through using my UV resin. So I'm going to put a couple more wires on here today. I'm going to move the camera down and show y'all what I'm doing. Just to give you an idea, I don't know if I'm going to stick this on her head just yet, because I want to show y'all the other mask that I would like to make, and it's not going to be out of a mold. I'll show y'all that in just a second. But anyway, these are really, just beautiful, detailed molds that are just amazing. This is my idea. I'll show y'all. I don't want to poke her in the eye yet, and I'm kind of like, I did such great I won't say great work, but I mean, for me, I did some pretty good work. I love it. So this is what I'm thinking of. Let me see if I can get the camera to kind of, you see the little eye hole? This is going to be her eye hole right here. And I am going to be putting her like this on her head. That's why I got the wires to connect her. So this is one way. Well, not your, her nose is not going to be obviously covered up, but the detail of it, I think it's going to look pretty unique. And that's the main thing. What we all want to do as creators, we want to stand out. We want to, everybody does, I'm saying kind of like the same thing, but we all have our own spin on things, and you always want to keep reaching for a different style, or find your own technique, things that you love. And so it's really it's art. And we are all, every one of us that create, we are all artists in our own way. I mean, it's just, can vision it in your head, and it just bugs you, and it bugs you, and you got to get it out, right? So that's how we do it, is with our art. So that is one option. Okay. My other option is, this was a Phantom of the Opera mask. I cut it down, and I am going to, what I'm thinking of, and I'll show you all everything on, we could go halfway, So, I mean, we've actually got two different things to do here. Okay. So, and with that, I'm going to get them out of the drawer. I do want to decorate this. And I have also, so I'm going to pull this stuff out of my drawer here. Let's see here. Okay, you can get this stuff at Hobby Lobby, right? It's the canvas stuff. People make earrings out of them. Heck, I made earrings out of them a couple of years ago. But you see the detail? Okay, it's kind of like chain, chainmail. I have that one. And then I have this one. So what I was trying to see, whichever one, this is more of a black. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's black with the gold. I was thinking to cover the mask with this, or this. And then I have got tons, and I'm talking tons of supplies to go on. We have all the, now I'm going to actually switch the camera so you guys can kind of see what I have. Oh, before I do that though, I want to show y'all what I also want to work on today and tomorrow. I've already started it. It's my pumpkin. So, I really love this guy. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but it's an eye. And I've got my paint colors picked out. Let's see. Wait a minute, you're not seeing the eye first. Wait a minute. I'm backwards. I can't see which way he's doing it. He's not looking at you, I guess, huh? But anyway, so, and I have a pendant thing that I'm going to put in the middle. Hey, Jane Ann. And then I've got, I thought like maybe some leaves and some coils kind of sticking out of the top would be perfect. Or I could do a top hat. Either way, I'm going to be finishing these projects, whether I finish them today and tomorrow. But I also will be doing this eventually to kind of figure out which one I want to put it on. My doll head, I just got hooked. I just loved that we did this. I was going for tiki, because I love tiki as well. And I have a bunch of that stuff too. So I'm going to move you down. And if anybody can let me know which, I'll go ahead and start painting the eye on the pumpkin. That way we can at least get him done. And while he's drying, then I'll have time to, we can pick what color we're going to use on the mask. So, okay, I'm going to switch y'all's cameras now, okay? Hi, Rita. Okay, yeah, my table's a mess. Okay. Oh, before I get started though, I want to show y'all. Okay, so these are the clay in the clay done in the Zuri molds as well. So you can actually, you know, I know I've always used silicone spray on my molds. I use them even with some of my resin molds. And it was a different brand. And then I saw Jana Mays use some, and she used this brand, which I was very happy with. I ran out of the other one, and then I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and try a new one. So I got the new one going, and I literally love the way this stuff smells. I don't know if you can, am I holding it upside down? Am I in my camera at all? Let's see. Okay, yeah, there. So this, it does not smell as strong as the other stuff at all that I had, but I got it all on Amazon. So anyway, so I did with just the air foam clay. You can get it from so many people. You can get it from Crystal. You can get it from Bose on Amazon. You can get Play Code 3. Everybody it seems like a lot of people are doing the clay. And this is how detailed. I have this also done in resin. See, look, I'm telling y'all, I have a ton of these. So I had wanted to use these other designs, but I waited too long and they're too hard. So actually I'm going to be putting these on canvases. I think those will look really cool on canvases. And let's see here. Let me show you. Okay. This is the exact same mold in resin. It's Zuri. They're Zuri molds. You can get them Zuri.com, I believe it is. And there's some shops on Etsy that sell them. They are licensed to sell them. So this is their dragonfly mold, and the detail in the clay, and you just let it kind of dry, is just unbelievable. So, oh, you do have some Zuri molds? Yes, they are beautiful, aren't they? So those are some that I thought about painting and putting on the top hat, if we do hat. Anyway, so I'm going to get that out of the way because I have too much stuff in my way here. And I'm going to get on to painting the eye. And if you guys can want to vote on which one of these we use, maybe see if I turn this light off, if you guys can get a better lighting. Is that better, or is it too much shadow? Better? I know sometimes my lighting is not the best in here. This is kind of a pinkish color, and this one is just black and gold, and it is the paper you get from Hobby Lobby, and it's like $1.67. You know, people use them for the earrings and stuff. Well, the clay ones are pliable already, and definitely you could even you can already kind of move them around. I would honestly not heat them up. I would more like just kind of maybe wet the back of it, and then that way you can, water will help get it to, you know, to the shape that you want it. But I definitely would not put heat on this. Now on the resin molds, on resin, if it's not 100%, if it's not like 3 or 4 days later, you know, because resin continues to cure. It's not, I think, completely cured for, I think, what, up to 30 days. And so if you can get it out like the day, within the first 24 hours, if you can mold it, that's the best time to mold it, you know, or up to 72 hours. So, but anyway, we're going to do that one in a minute. I'm going to start painting this guy's eye. Y'all, and I'll let y'all vote and tell me which one y'all think we should do, because we are going to add some of the, they're not cabochons, they're the gears and all that kind of stuff that I've collected over the years. I've got a lot of stuff from Joann's as well. But I'm going to put him aside. Okay. So, this guy, I'm going to go with, see, look, I had to put all these mats out because the other day I made the biggest mess in the world. You going for the black one? I kind of like the black one myself, but I just kind of thought, oh, pink is so girly, and I like girly. So, okay, let me move this here. I'm running out of paper towels and stuff. So cool. So I have got, this is a color shift, and it's called Aqua Flash. Let me show you the mold, the thing I'm going to put on the eye. Okay. That guy over there. I have this. I'm going to put him in the middle of the eye. I think he is, are you not a pinky girl? What? Purple. I bet you're purple. I like purple too. So that's the guy I'm going to stick in the middle. Oh, but really quick. Okay. What I did not think about, I just had like, it was maybe like an hour ago that I thought, oh my gosh, why am I not using my UV resin to put this in here? It still kind of jiggles a little, but to connect this metal to this, I put the UV resin in it. So I get, you know, honestly, to me, anytime you want to do metal and you just UV resin, I am using a UV resin that is, let's see here, this one is by Counterculture. I've used this with tumblers, and it's a good resin. So they usually they run out of it sometimes though, but it's Counterculture. It's a good UV resin to use. The pumpkin, I did buy the pumpkin like this, and I painted it. I bought this last year. I have a couple of them that I'll be doing. They've been sitting in storage. So, okay. Here's my little guy. This is, I also have this other green flash in their color shift folk art. So, let's see how we get these guys going. And I also have a glow in the dark paint that I was kind of thinking about sticking on top of it, or at least right behind the medallion. I guess I'm going to call it a medallion, you know, I mean. Hi Kathy, how are you? I loved your live. Everybody's lives have been amazing. So, let me see here. I kind of want to move this. I'm going to move my little girl's head over here. I was just so happy to do her. I was so excited. I was like, yes. I've been wanting to do a head forever, and I just haven't done it. And now I'm on the kick, and I have I have Frankenstein. Well, you know, Frankie. I have the bride, and I have yes, mold release, silicone mold release spray. This is it's called Appel mold release lubricant. I'll show you one more time. I use this in I got it on Amazon. So oh, anyway, I have a zombie head. I've got the skulls. I'm just, oh, I already got that paint out. So I'm going to go with Well, we're gonna need, okay, so we're gonna do black in the middle. And I'm not very good at really painting. I don't do a lot of, actually, I mean, I'm just now starting with the painting, and I probably got a brush that's way too big, but I'm just gonna kind of mix this stuff. So I'm just kind of like gonna go out here and just kind of, that sound. I will go back here with them. Now, I have not done a whole lot of styrofoam pieces in a while. Usually I'm putting ribbon or with a little bit of hot glue, you know, just something simple. And I'm going to shade this guy in just a second. Right now I'm just trying to get the green and the blue mixed in. Hi, Teresa. I'm glad you can join us. Got a lot of great crafters in this group. I'll go back here and touch this up in just a second. This shouldn't take me very long. But I honestly, you know, people use Mod Podge. Mod Podge. I don't know how to say that word. I literally use gesso, and I like this one. I didn't prep it too much because you want the texture on the pumpkin. And I honestly even use white chalk paint. You know, I mean, I know it sounds kind of, I mean, I don't really, you know, to me, I didn't really tell a big difference with the gesso and oh my gosh, I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. The chalk paint on the styrofoam. I know people are always like, oh, you need to use Mod Podge, and I like it, but I also kind of feel like sometimes it's too, well, I usually use the glossy, so that's probably my fault. I just ended up trying to do these with the Liquitex gesso, and I think there are some better ones out there, but that's just what I had on hand. And some chalk paint, white chalk paint. That I have had a big container of it, and I broke the lid, so I ended up putting it in a big old jar. You're not a fan of the Mod Podge? I'm not really that much either. I mean, I do use it at times, but honestly, if I had my way, I would be doing resin every day. That resin is kind of expensive. So, I'm trying to think of how an eyeball looks. I love these. Aren't these so cool though? So all I'm doing is kind of mixing my two colors together as I'm pulling them on the paintbrush. And I guess I could use this big of a paintbrush because it's big eye. That big old eye. So let's see if I can make this. Now I have been blessed with some great family. I mean, we all have. I'm pretty sure. I hope. And they've always gotten me some really cool gadgets for crafting because they know that's my passion. Once my kids were grown and gone, it has been, it's what I love, you know. I love to craft. And so they're always getting me some new gadgets and new toys, and I might not use them for a year or two, but then when I do, I'm so excited to use them. And one thing that I want to show y'all, look how this little coil thing was made. Isn't this so cute? It is just out of the jewelry wire, and my daughter-in-law sent me. It's funny because I told her, oh, I'm going to use this tool. And then I was like, hey, wait a minute. Did you buy me that tool? She's like, yeah. Let me show you what it is. It is for artistic wire. And you can make all your own little coils and stuff. How cool is that? But when I told her my idea of the head, and I was like, oh, I want wires sticking kind of out of the girl's head and maybe some, what do you call those? The gears and stuff, and of course I don't know if I'm going to do that part now. But I told her, oh, and I'm going to make these coils from this. And then she goes, oh, that's cool. And then it was like 2 hours later and I'm talking to Mike and I was like, oh, I think she bought me that. So of course I had to call back and call and ask her, were you the one that bought me that? Thank you. So, how funny, what I mean? Alright, I'm going to go back with a little bit more blue on here because we got too much green. And I kind of want to get some blue in here. And then in the middle I'm going to do a black eyeball. And what's my time here? I've got 30 minutes. Oh, okay, cool. We can start on the other thing. I don't think it has to be too... I think I'm going to go around blue around the edges. I think. Obviously this does not have to be realistic. It's not a realistic pumpkin. But if you guys have any kind of questions or anything, I might not know a lot, but I know a little. And I'd be happy to share. This crazy heat down here in Texas, I'm ready for fall. And summer just started yesterday. Well, I guess it was the first official day of summer here. Or, I guess it's everywhere, right? Okay. Alright, let me get some black on there. I was thinking of putting some glow in the dark. Maybe add some glow in the dark on here. Maybe see if it will even... if it would even show up at all. Maybe I can do the inside. Let's do blue here. I don't know how good realistic that is, but I'll go back with some black over it in just a minute. Oh, where are you at, Shelly? That it's still cold. I wish it was. I think we had like heat index of what, 115 or something like that. We were down in San Antonio this last weekend, and oh, Idaho. Oh, I don't think I've ever been to Idaho. Sure sounds pretty compared to here with this heat. If it's still cool up there. Okay. Now this pumpkin I got last year at Joann's here in Fort Worth. I haven't seen them anywhere else, and it was the only year that I saw them. So I don't know if they're going to have them again or not. I would hope so. They're amazing. Let me get some. It looks all I did like I just muddled it all up. You see? Looks like I just muddled it all up in there. But I'm fixing to go in with some white and some black. Let's get my black in there first. Now I'm using Liquitex Mars Black. It does Let me get a different paintbrush too. It is a very rich. Now some of these paints, they are a little bit more expensive, but you know, whenever you're going to be crafting, and if you can, find them on sale. I honestly got a bunch of them whenever Joann's was shutting down their store by my mom's house over in Mesquite. And I happened to be over there that day, and we went by, and I was able to get them all on sale, which I was very, very happy about that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I don't like the way that blue is going. Let's see here. Let's see here. Get this right here. This is the glow in the dark I like. It's by Folk Art. It is a really, really, really intense glow in the dark. I want to see if I can add a little bit to it. Maybe it will, I don't know. Maybe we can get it to work. Let me clean that brush out really fast. Actually, just gonna use a different brush. Okay. So, I'm actually gonna do some dots here. I know it looks like I'm just wiping off the paint that I just put on there, but I'm just going to give them a little bit more. And I'm actually going to end up going around the whole thing with it, because I think I want to see if it will at least maybe glow in the dark a little bit for the back. How cool would that be? I would worry about, I would normally on an eye put like the little thing where, you know, like your light source, your little light thing, oh my gosh, can't even speak. So, okay, let's see here. Get a little bit more white up in here and see if maybe it'll work a little, or at least give a little bit of a glow. Okay. And I don't like the way that looks. I think I want to go with an eye. I'm sorry, I'm not very fast at painting this. But I think this just adds a lot to it. I am so excited about the mask thing though. Did y'all vote? Did y'all decide y'all want pink and black, or pink and gold, or are we going with the black? Let's just get this all done up, and then yeah. Black. All right, the black one it is. Now I'm not like I'm not one of those measure mean, I wish I was, but I'm more of a sloppy. I'm more of like, oh, let me put this on there and see if it works. Kind of the crafter. Like, I will be here forever trying to do this, so I'm going to touch this up later. So, we'll let that one dry. Wipe up my little mess here, and I just wasted that black, and I probably shouldn't have put that much on there. Oh well. Oh. How many of y'all constantly move your trash can in your craft room and you're looking for it going, oh my gosh, where is my trash can? Alright, so I'm going to put this one aside. Let it dry. I think it's going to look kind of cool. I do need to come back here just a little bit more. We are going to go with... Now, I believe I got this from Factory... I think it's Factory Direct. You guys heard of that one? A long time ago. I don't know if they went out of business or maybe it wasn't that. Oh, no. It was Darius or Darice. You guys know how to say that one? I swear oh, and when you use a silicone spray, make sure you don't spray your mat because I almost slipped and fell. But, so I'm going to put a piece of wire on here. Use some little UV resin. I'm thinking he's going to look, it's kind of wet right there still, but I'm thinking how cool, just this little simple thing right here. The metal. And then, got black on. Then we're going to go with, I'm going to make some bigger ones of these. Going to add some more up here. Put some leaves. Kind of get them to like, let's make it a leaf. I'll have that ready for y'all for tomorrow. But I think that would be really, really, really cool. Let's just some metal, throw on some other little things. I got some little girl it's not a little girl, but it's a little character. I don't know where she went. Okay, put him aside. Now, we're going to go with the black. I really don't know if I need this thing in here or not. Now, not sure how much of her face I need to actually cut off, but I am thinking, let me go up here. I know everybody's probably going, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Don't just cut. Yeah, well, this is me. I guess I could do this. I got my dog hairs in here. So, let's see. Yeah. So Max was in here a while ago. Did I cut it too short? Probably. Alright, let's just start going. I'm just going to do some cuts in the flap here. Some flaps. Like I said, I'm not a, what? I'm going to do this. Let me cut her here a little bit more. Because I know I wanted this earlier. Now I got this, I think it was at Joann's. I'm not really going to worry about having it all lined up because I'm going to have gears and everything else on it. Oh, I was cutting it the wrong way anyway. It needs to go this way. Needs to go this way. So let's do this. I know you guys are going, oh my god, what is she doing? She's ruining it. Here we go. I'm sorry guys, I didn't even get this. I was so excited about getting all my stuff ready to go, and then I was like, time, my time. We're gonna do, while that is heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out, get some water put on it. I have a piece right here. I'm gonna show you how we do this and get the UV resin on it and pop that guy right in the eye. I don't mean to be all over the place. I'm so excited about that that head. It just amazed me. How many of y'all have done styrofoam heads before? Alrighty. Is that far enough? Is it big enough for that guy? I need to make sure I have long enough. I do. I put him back here. Let's get this on here. Big old glob like that. Probably don't need that much, but all right. Here we go. I'm going to just shove it underneath there. This is just a typical nail gun that I got. A nail gun. Oh my gosh. Oh, G-U-N. I didn't want to say that word, but no. It is a just a nail lamp that I got on Amazon. And I did see yours, Jana Mays. I did what you did with the tissue paper. I still haven't tried that. I haven't printed on tissue paper yet. Still need to try that. Yeah, I should do. We should all do heads sometimes. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, yeah, it's just usually, you know, for like you want to make keychains, you want to make little jewelry pieces. And there is certain inks that you use for UV. It has to be kind of translucent so that it can go through it. And this normally has like a little case, a little foil silver piece that goes underneath it. And but yeah, look, it's on. Well, the thing is kind of sticky, but I put enough in the middle. I put a little bit more on there just to make sure he doesn't get out. And there is a trick that if you are using UV, you don't want to touch it. Because you want to make sure it is cured, because it's sticky before it's cured. So you can just put a little bit like on a little piece of paper or something and stick it underneath there and then touch that versus ruining your project, because you could get like a fingerprint if you're just using the UV resin. This one does not stink. I have had some that stink. They have a very strong, distinct odor. But this is Counterculture, and it's really they have their own website, I believe, and they have a Facebook page too. But it's really good to use that with regular resin as well. And yeah, it only takes a couple of minutes. And look, it's all done. I keep wanting to show y'all on the camera, and I'm thinking the camera's over here. But yeah, so I did get this one off of Amazon. So, yeah. And it has like a tray, so like if you're gonna do gel nails or something like that, you can use that. But I'm thinking I will go back and put some glue on him. I'm trying to figure out which was the way he goes. It goes like this, right? I'm pretty sure. I better look at the other one to make sure I don't stick him upside down. Yeah. Okay. And then we can just stick him in here. Oh, the sound Styrofoam makes is not the best. Isn't that pretty cool? That's just so neat. And like I said, maybe move him just a little bit. Gonna make him look crooked. But yeah, look, he won't come out with that wire. How simple is that? I never even thought about it till like a couple of hours ago. And I thought, oh my God. I was so worried about how am I going to get this to stick in there. How am I going to get it to stick in there? That is just amazing, especially for the mask. Just having this and being able to just be able to shove it into the head is going to be just great. I think it's going to be so cool. I will finish that definitely tomorrow on the live. So we got about 10 minutes. And I know I'm sorry I didn't give you a whole project. The pumpkin I painted with just acrylic paint, like apple barrel, and some metallic paint. I use Arteza. I bought a whole box of these, and it has like every kind of color there is in it. And I just kind of went through and just dry brushed the gold on it. I think I'll come back in here and I'll maybe put some lines, because then, we all have veins in our eyes. And, yeah, it was, like I said, I prepped it by, I believe this one I prepped using the chalk paint, because I really wasn't worried about needing the texture kind of smooth, because it's a pumpkin and nobody wants a smooth pumpkin. And I went in with some dark brown, and I went in with I think it was like a burnt orange. Yeah, burnt orange is the color I used. I think he's gonna look really cool. I'll make the little coils and things, stick them up in here, maybe stick a couple of some steampunk gears and stuff. I think would look really cool. I thought about cutting him and sticking the gears coming out, but at the same time, I really like him the way he is. I really, I thought that would be simple, perfect, cute. Hopefully it glows in the dark with the glow-in-the-dark paint. If not, you can always use some glow-in-the-dark mica powders. And definitely those I think would work on it great as well. So, we got a couple more minutes. I'm just going to start gluing this thing to here. And then I will have a bunch of, before I do that, I'm just going to show y'all tomorrow what I will be putting on him. So then that way we can kind of get an idea of, let's see, because we only got 8 more minutes, and I don't want to keep you guys too much. Okay, these are gears that I have gotten over the years, and Joann's usually they go on sale usually like 50%. off at certain times of the year. So I was thinking, you know, this mask with some gears. We got some really cool colors. We have, what is it? The heart. We got an owl. Just, you know, so many different things that you can actually put on the mask. And then I want to put the little coils. I want to make coils and put the coils around the edging. I think that would look really great. So we have all those. Then we have, if you guys ever see these, y'all really need to get these. Joann's has these. Bye. But I love this dragonfly. This is one I'm thinking of. Am I doing this upside down? I kind of keep thinking I am. Yeah, I am. Sorry about that. But I want to put this on there. Put some coils. We have more gears. We even have some dragonflies that I've made. I'm kind of the clay ones I think would look really great, just kind of colored on them. So it's gonna, I'm glad this is 2 days. If not, I would be probably freaking out. Thank you for doing this. This is one of the sayings. It says the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And something else that you guys really, if you guys are into the steampunk and if you make cards, sorry, I'm dropping this, guys. I'm going to tell you a company that is amazing. They're out of England. Isn't that cute? I just love all those. It's a company out of England. They are called Visible Image, and I'm kind of thinking of stamping one of these on the girl's face tomorrow, where the mask isn't, you know, like give her a little tattoo. But they are a company that I have used for years. And when I used to make cards, but now I just like using these, stamping them on different things. It's just endless what you could do. Oh, this box, it's in a kit. It's in that, like that pink and black kit that you can get at Joann's, and then this is stuff that I've collected over the years. I have a big skeleton I did a paint pour on, and I did gears and stuff on. I'll have to bring him in here tomorrow to show y'all. But, you know, I have been doing, let me switch the cameras. I like talking to y'all instead of y'all looking at all this stuff. Yeah, I was doing gears and stuff I did it maybe about 3 years ago. I make my voodoo dolls and I put them on them. I do stamping on them as well. And I just actually finally decided to list them in my shop. Had them for a while because I just love them. My Etsy shop. But anyway, Visible Image from the UK is just an amazing card company if you guys ever do that. So they're really, really great. So many unique items and things you can get. And we got, let me see, I believe it's Tamara, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but T's Crafty Fox Creations. She is next. And she should be on there right now, getting ready and waiting for you guys. I'm glad you guys got to join me. I'm sorry I just only finished the pumpkin. But I kind of wanted to see what you guys would think of. It's going to be fun. We'll have all things in gear tomorrow and finish up. And this is a great thing. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you so much. You guys go check out Tamara at Crafty, or T's, T''S, Crafty Fox Creations. You guys have a good day. See y'all tomorrow.